Donald Trump back with us to react to the day's political headlines. He's in the middle of a lot of them. From the Boston Globe this morning, Mr. Trump, is a report that veterans of the Romney 2012 campaign, a lot of whom are working on different Republican campaigns this cycle, are united in one thing, and that's the desire to stop you. They're quoted in this piece saying you're destroying the Republican Party, you would destroy America if you were president, and they're going to do their best to take down your candidacy. How do you respond to that?
Well, I'm disappointed in Mitt Romney. He's the one that's leading it, and he was a failure, and I've said it to everybody. He failed. It was an election that should have been won. The veterans, and so this is the group headed up by him, and I guess maybe he wants to get back in. He'll never make it because he lost so badly. And, this is pure Romney trying to get back in. If you look at the polls on veterans, they're in favor of me. I'm the one that's going to straighten out the VA. Romney had an election that absolutely, I don't know what happened to him the final month, but it was a disaster. And Obama won an election that should have been won by the Republicans. So, he's probably sitting back saying, oh, wow, look at this, look what's going on, because we have a movement going on. The veterans are totally in support of me. I have everybody. In fact, I'm the one that said CNN should pay the huge amount of money that they're going to make, give it to the veterans. So I think that, frankly, I'm sure that the veterans are going to be for me. But I know that Mitt Romney's trying to stir up a little trouble with veterans up there, and that's, sort of unfortunate. I like him. He's a nice man, but unfortunately, he choked or something happened, and he didn't win an election that should have been won.
Next up, Mr. Trump, we want to hear about your game plan for the next GOP debate. Carly Fiorina is going to be joining you on the stage. I saw an interview you did with CNN, and when the host asked you the question about, I know she's a woman, I'm not supposed to say that, but look at her face. Is this woman who you really want as president? And when he asked you that question, you started attacking him as well about the ratings of his show being low. It seems as if anytime anybody attacks you, or even asks you a question that you seem to think is unfair, you do what some people would call bully them, whether it's Perry, Bush, McCain, Carlson, you name it. Are we going to see more of that from Donald Trump on stage? Is that you just saying what you mean and meaning what you say, or are you being a bully?
Well, I think it's an attitude that our country needs, because we get pushed around by everybody. China's pushing us around. Japan is selling millions and millions of cars. We sell them practically nothing by comparison. Mexico's killing us at the border and killing us at trade. You go to Brazil, I could name 50 countries where the same thing is happening. So that's part of the attitude. I think it's part of the reason why I'm so high in the polls, because we have to push back. We have to make our country great again, and we have to push back. So I don't know what's going to happen in the debate. I was in favor of Carly getting up there because, frankly, a couple of people are up there, and she's done better since the last debate. And I guess she's at 3% or something. She's higher than other people. I said she should be in the debate. I mean, she should be on that particular stage. Now we have 11 people, which I think is too much. How do you have 11 people? It's too many people. But nevertheless, that's what we have. But I was in favor, actually, of Carly getting on stage, as you know, and I think she appreciated that.
Among the arguments we've been hearing over the past few weeks from political pundits, Donald, is people saying, the only thing that's going to stop Donald Trump is Donald Trump himself, that there might be something that you would step in. Do you think about that in the back of your head? I mean, it's a long slog, these many, many months until the nomination process. Do you worry about that?
Well, it is a long slog, and, you never know what's going to happen, but I've been somebody that's had great victories in my life. I've been a person that's had, tremendous success, and I built a tremendous company. I have a magnificent net worth, more than $10 billion net worth. And I'm not saying that to brag about my net worth. I'm saying that this is what our country needs. We need this kind of mentality where instead of losing $400 billion or $500 billion every year to China and $70 billion a year to Japan, and I could go country after country where they're just sucking the money right out of us and the jobs right out of our country, that you have somebody that has an aptitude for this. So, I think that's what the country needs.
Donald Trump, we'll see you Wednesday on the debate stage, boy. They're going to go after you.
Looking forward to it.
We'll I know. It's going to be very interesting. I will be in the Lion's Den. I'm reading all about it. They seem to really want to go after me, and that's okay.
Unbelievable. Thanks a lot for joining us this morning.
Well,
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Donald.